There's one thing rich people understand about cash that almost nobody else does. It's not about how much they make, and it's not some secret account regular people can't open. It's about what's actually happening to money the second it sits still. Here's the thing. Most people think keeping cash in the bank is the smart, responsible move. Rich people know it's actually one of the most expensive habits you can have. And once you see why, you're never going to look at your own bank account the same way again. If you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button. Let's get into it. Let's start with the number that matters most, and it's not your balance. Right now, the national average savings account is paying about 0.62% interest a year. If you have $10,000 sitting in a typical bank savings account, that bank is paying you about $62 a year to hold your money. $62. You'd probably find more than that in loose change around your house over 12 months. Now, here's the part almost nobody thinks about. Inflation right now is running around 3.4%. That's how fast prices on everything you actually buy, groceries, rent, gas, are climbing every year. So while your bank is paying you 0.62% to keep your money there, prices are climbing 3.4%. Your money isn't just sitting still, it's losing ground every single day. Picture it like standing on one of those moving walkways at the airport, except it's going backward. You're not moving your feet, so it looks like you're standing still, but you're actually sliding backward the whole time. That's cash sitting in a low-interest account. The number on the screen barely moves, so it feels like nothing's happening. But your purchasing power, what that money can actually buy you, is quietly sliding backward every day it sits there. Here's what that looks like in real dollars. Say a year ago, something cost you $500. Today, because of inflation, that same thing costs about $517. Now, say that $500 was sitting in a savings account earning 0.46%, which is pretty typical for a big traditional bank. After a year, it grew to about $502.30. Feels fine, right? Except the thing you wanted to buy now costs $517. You didn't get richer, you got poorer, and your bank account told you the opposite the entire time. This is what I call the invisible tax. Nobody sends you a bill for it. There's no line item labeled inflation fee. It just quietly eats away at what your money can actually do for you. And because your balance keeps ticking up a little every month, your brain reads that as progress. It's not progress. It's an illusion of progress. So why does almost everyone fall for this? Here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't really a math problem. It's a psychology problem. Humans are wired to associate cash sitting in a bank with safety. It feels solid. It feels certain. You can see the number. Nothing about it feels risky. Compare that to investing, where the number can go down on any given day, sometimes dramatically, and suddenly cash feels like the responsible, grown-up choice. But here's what most people get backward. Feeling safe and actually being safe are two completely different things. A stock market drop is loud. You see the red numbers, you feel the stress. It's obvious something happened. Inflation eating your savings is silent. There's no red number. There's no alert on your phone. It just happens in the background, year after year, while you feel financially responsible the entire time. That's what makes it so dangerous. The threat you can't see is often more damaging than the one you can. Let me introduce you to Dave. Dave's disciplined, doesn't overspend, and 5 years ago decided to be smart about his money and stashed $15,000 into a savings account at his local bank, earning about 0.4% a year. 5 years later, his balance grew to about $15,300. He feels great about it. Steady saver, doing the responsible thing. But here's what Dave doesn't see. Over those same 5 years, prices went up by roughly 17%. That means the stuff Dave's $15,000 could buy 5 years ago now costs him around $17,550. So his $15,000 grew to $15,300 in the bank, but he'd need $17,550 just to buy what he could have bought 5 years ago. Dave lost over $2,000 of real purchasing power while feeling like he was doing everything right. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because rich people don't have access to some secret account regular people can't open. They just think about cash completely differently. To most people, cash is a resting place. You earn it, you park it, it sits there until you need it. To someone who's built real wealth, cash is a decision. And every day, that decision either works for you or against you. There's no neutral option. Money is either growing faster than inflation or shrinking against it. And once you see that, the whole picture changes. Because right now, without touching stocks or taking on any real risk, there are accounts paying close to 4% annual interest. Still just a savings account, still FDIC insured, still just as safe as the one paying 0.4%. The only difference is which bank you chose. If David put that same $15,000 into an account earning 4% instead of 0.4%, after 5 years, he'd have closer to $18,250. That's nearly $3,000 more for doing literally nothing different except picking a different account. Same discipline, same amount saved, same zero risk.
Now, some of you are thinking, doesn't this mean I should just throw all my cash somewhere with a higher return? Not exactly. Your emergency fund still needs to stay liquid and accessible. You're not chasing the highest return on that money. You're just making sure it's not silently losing value while it waits. A high-yield savings account solves that perfectly. Same accessibility, same safety, just an actual fair rate instead of one that quietly shortchanges you. Here's the part that's actually going to mess with you a little, because this isn't really about banks. It's about something your brain does that you've probably never noticed. There's a psychological pattern called omission bias, and it explains almost everything about why smart, careful people leave money sitting in accounts that are quietly losing value. People feel far more responsible for a loss caused by something they actively did than the exact same loss caused by something they simply didn't do. Losing $500 on a bad investment feels like a mistake. It stings. But losing $500 in purchasing power because you just left your money sitting there, that doesn't even register as a loss because nothing happened. Your brain doesn't file it as a decision at all. But it is one. Every single day you leave $15,000 sitting in an account paying 0.4%, you're actively choosing that over an account paying 4%. It just doesn't feel like a choice because choosing to do nothing never feels like choosing. If someone offered you a deal where you hand over $3,000 over 5 years for absolutely nothing in return, you never take it. But that's the deal Dave took, by default, just by leaving his money exactly where it was. There's a second piece to this called the money illusion. Your brain is wired to track the number on the screen, not what that number can actually buy. When your account goes from $15,000 to $15,300, your brain logs a win. Number went up, good feeling, moving on. It doesn't automatically calculate what that money can buy compared to 5 years ago. That comparison takes effort, so most people never run it. So here's the reframe that actually breaks the illusion. The next time you notice cash sitting somewhere, ask yourself one question. If I were choosing right now for the first time, where would I put this money? Not where it already is, where you'd actually choose to put it, starting from zero. If the honest answer is, I wouldn't leave $15,000 in an account paying 0.4% if I were starting fresh today, then leaving it there was never the safe, neutral choice it felt like. It was a decision you were making by accident every single day without noticing. That's really what separates people who build wealth from people who don't. It's not income, it's not luck. It's that they've trained themselves to notice the decisions hiding inside their inaction, and they treat doing nothing as a choice with a real price tag. So here's what to actually do with this. Pull up your bank account right now, or right after this video, and check what you're actually earning. If it's anywhere close to that national average of 0.62%, you're very likely losing real value every year without realizing it. You don't need to take on any risk to fix this. You just need an account that's actually paying you a fair rate, so your money stops sliding backward and starts working the way you thought it already was. That's the real thing rich people understand about cash. It was never about having more of it. It's about refusing to let "I didn't do anything" count as a safe choice, when doing nothing is still a choice with a price tag attached.
Dave didn't need a better job or a lucky break to end up nearly $3,000 behind. He just needed his brain to stop treating inaction as free. And now that you know this, every dollar sitting in your account is either quietly working for you or quietly working against you. The only question left is which one you're going to let it be.
I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.